You met a great guy, but how can you tell if he's into you? His body language holds many of the clues because, after all, it's not what he says, but what he does that really matters.
For a boy of such varied gifts. You shall be my body servant, instructed. All of you come with me.
My feet are cold.
This is good. Here, Crassus. Congratulate me.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
From the movie Clueless, well, Janine Driver's a body language expert and author of The Master of Success. Janine, welcome. Nice to have you here.
Thank you. Nice to be here, Natalie.
So when you first start dating, how do you know? I mean, why is body language so important?
Oh, body language is important not only in like marketing and sales, and even in an interview, body language is important, but definitely in dating. You know, oftentimes it's not what we say that can make or break the date. It's what we don't say. What are we saying with our body language that's important?
And there are some sure signs. One of the things you say that you can tell whether a person is into you or not is the head tilt. So I'm tilting my head. So what does that mean?
Well, the head tilt, first of all, I want to norm someone. What is their normal behavior? Because if someone's arms are crossed, it doesn't necessarily mean they're bored or disinterested. It doesn't mean that. You have to find out what their normal behavior is. Maybe they're just comfortable this way. So a head tilt is saying, oh really, tell me more. So this, if all of a sudden someone's sitting here with their arms crossed, they uncross their arms and they tilt their head, they're very interested in you.
I'm very interested right now. Also, the hands tell a lot, right?
Yes,
I mean, what does it mean when you keep your hands open?
So hands, you want to be very cautious with hands. Hands open is sincerity. I have nothing to hide. It says, you know, our palms up, it's almost like, come hither, come to mama, baby.
But it's not really a natural thing to be, hey, nice to meet you.
Well, when you're gesturing. So when you're gesturing, you want to make sure your hands aren't like this, like, yeah, that's a great point. I want to be like, that's a great point.
I mean, how much control do we really have over our body language? Is some of it just involuntary?
Well, we have a lot of control over, like, our body language with regard to if my arms are crossed, my legs are crossed, if I grab my neck like this. This is kind of indicating your pain in my neck, Natalie. So you can control that. What you cannot control is micro expressions on our face. We have these little micro expressions that talk about 7 different emotions: happiness, sadness, fear, anger.
You're really listening.
Yeah, surprise, contempt, and disgust. So disgust is this: my nose is wrinkled, and that you can't hide. It comes in less than a fifth of a second.
So a negative, real negative reaction.
So if you're on a date and a guy grabs his neck,
grabbing his neck, or if you're wrinkling your nose, you know it's not going
he's
well.
Disgusted with you. You're a pain in his neck.
That's going to pretty much end the date right there. Also, crossing your arms, as we mentioned, or even your ankles. I mean, obviously, when you're wearing a dress, it's the polite thing to do to cross your legs, or when you're conducting an interview.
Right, but when you cross your leg, actually, you want to cross your leg facing the person you're on a date with. Look, this closes our circle, Natalie. This is saying, wow, I really like this person. And it's really important. Watch your legs. A lot of guys will do the figure 4 position where they'll cross their leg.
On top,
yeah, their ankle on top of their leg. That's the kiss of death. You're creating a wall to the woman and saying, you know, keep your distance.
What about the belly button?
Oh, I love the belly button.
When you face the belly button towards someone?
The belly button's great. The belly button is awesome. Say, you know, Matt Lauer and Al Roker are right in front of me, right? We're at a bar, and I'm talking to Matt.
You're having a good time.
We're having a good time. I'm talking with Matt. I'm kind of flirting with him, but my belly button is facing Al Roker. And Matt's going to say, wow, Janine Driver, a lion tamer, wants to go home with me. But you know what? It's really my belly button is facing Al. It's Al that I'm attracted to.
Oh, okay.
So you have to be cautious.
Ladies,
where's your belly button?
If you're at a bar and you see somebody pointing their belly button your way.
Right, or a lady will be pointing her belly button to this guy and he keeps hitting on her and she's like, get away from me. Why does he keep coming up? Her belly button keeps saying, come here, come here, come here.
So who is easier to read? Are men or women easier? I mean, do we give off more signals as women?
You know what? I believe as a body language expert, I teach my classes in sales and marketing. The same exact stuff I teach the dating world. Men and women are just as easy to read. The problem is men are not as good at reading body language as women. Women just, we know it, right? We've got this sixth sense, we know it. I'll say to my husband, that lady was totally flirting with you. He'll go, no she wasn't, what do you mean?
You know, we could detect it from a mile away.
Guys call me, visit my site all the time. They're like, please help me, I don't know how to tell if a woman likes me or not.
They call you the lion tamer as well.
L-Y-I-N, lion tamer. Because my specialty is how to tell people are lying.
Very interesting.
Want a quick tip?
Yeah, quick tip in language.
Okay, quick tip on body language with lying is Bill Clinton kind of did it. He said, I did not have sexual This is not. This
when
is
you're not
yes.
in your head, right?
So if you're on a date and a guy says, oh, let's definitely get together again,
He's
Natalie.
saying, no.
He's saying, I'm never going to call you again. This is over.
I'm leaving your number behind.
Right. And another one with lying with dating is a shoulder shrug. If I said, you know, you said, Janine, have you ever been married before? And I said, nope, never been married. That's a lie.
This says, hey, watch out.
And when the body language doesn't match the words, you always believe the body language. It's the most important thing. Body language tells the truth.
And the eyes, too.
And the eyes. You got to watch those eyes, right? Happiness, for instance. With happiness, you see this, a fake smile. Star Jones was being interviewed quite a lot lately. And she's smiling through her interviews. A real smile engages the eyes. Forget about the mouth. Really look at the eyes. If you're on a date and a woman is really happy with you, her eyes are going to be
crinkling.
All crinkly. Even if you have Botox, it's going to kick in a little bit. Let me tell you, Natalie.
Janine Driver, you're great. So much fun to talk with you. Thank you. Learned a lot.
Good.
And we'll be right back after these messages.